there, Mama. I'm back. I want to tell you a little bit about how to use CBD for anxiety today. That's what I want to be focused on. I have a baby who doesn't smell great. I think I have a diaper to change, and I have a toddler near me, and I have a very hungry 4-year-old. But I'm going to see if I can do this anyway. I'm just going to talk my way through it. Now, in front of me, I have 26 research PDFs, studies, and I wish I knew how to do a screen share, but I don't yet know how to do that. So I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm going to run through these really quick and see if I can do it in a way that's accessible so that all of you can see and understand that there is a lot of reason to believe that CBD helps with anxiety, and not just generalized anxiety, but OCD, Tourette's, phobias, trauma-related anxiety. What else? Social anxiety. That one's been found to be particularly effective. And that although the studies, the reason they say it's not well enough studied is only because the bar has been set so high by the pharmaceutical companies that a study doesn't seem to count anymore unless it's this massive millions and millions and millions of dollars study that only the pharmaceutical companies can fund. They don't want to fund CBD studies. So it's amazing. There are actually over 800 studies in the first place that have been done. Here's Evie. Here she is. A little stinky. There's over 800 studies that have already been done, even though they can't get the pharmaceutical funding, except for seizures. The pharmaceuticals did come in and do some studies on a purified version of CBD that is kind of synthetic. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise in the background. So, first study, acute cannabidiol administration at a dose of 300 milligrams. Let me stop the noise. All right, I'm back. So the noise is temporarily better. So acute cannabidiol administration at a dose of 300 milligrams decreased anxiety in patients with Parkinson's disease. This is the title of a published, peer-reviewed research study in the Journal of Psychopharmacological something. It doesn't tell me the end of the name there. But anyway, the study aimed to evaluate the impacts of acute CBD administration, and it found that it helped. It found that it helped a lot. That it decreased anxiety. Enough for them to say it decreased anxiety. They're not saying it may. They're not saying it may have decreased anxiety. They're saying it did decrease anxiety. Next one. A potential treatment for anxiety and mood disorders. And they found that there was positive benefit. And that one they'd want to say more, it may be a potential treatment, but that's because they're making a larger claim that it may be a treatment for all mood and anxiety disorders. But they had positive benefit in that study too. Now, interestingly, I think this is a mouse study that's up next. The mouse study reduced trauma-induced anxiety. How interesting. How many of us don't have trauma-induced anxiety? And that they did find that fear expression and trauma-induced anxiety was reduced. It's very interesting to look at the animal studies as well because they do relate to us. It may not be exact, and there should be human studies, and there are plenty, but it's nice to see because they can really dig into certain very specific things. It exhibits therapeutic activity in a mouse model of OCD. So we find mice also responding to OCD. Next one. Cannabidiol may hold benefit for anxiety-related disorders. That's such a broad statement. They're going to put that may in there, but what it means is they did find benefit. Cannabidiol modulates serotonergic transmission and prevents anxiety-like behavior. So in a model of pain. So that means even in someone with pain, we're finding that the anxiety is reduced, that it's modulated, and they know that it's reduced because it's affecting serotonin. Cannabidiol reduces anxiety and social anxiety disorder. That's the title of the study. I have read these, but you don't have to. All you have to do, they are so confident in this that they are telling you straight out, it reduces the anxiety and it modulates the limbic and paralimbic brain areas. Those areas are so primal in us that to have them modulated is so powerful. I love studies. I mean, you learn so much. Reduces anxiety-related behavior in mice in a different one. It regulates the expression of the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis-related genes in response to acute restraint stress. So that means, again, that's a very primal area of the brain, and it's to do with so much for our body. It's modulating that in a way that is positive when someone has been stressed. In this case, I believe it was, again, a mouse model, and the mouse was restrained, and that caused stress. But let me see. Yeah, to male mice. Yeah, so it's a mouse model. But that is a section of a pathway in the brain that we all share. And there it is. And we know that it modulates that. The things that we know, and this is them saying that we know it, the things that we know are so amazing. And people act like we don't know these things. It says next one is recent advances, new insights for neuropsychiatric disorders treatment, which again was found positive when it was discussing cannabidiol. Cannabis may have therapeutic value in the treatment of Tourette syndrome. Again, you want to say may at times if it's only like a smaller study or whatever. Let me see here. This was only 14 people. So it's a small study. Still, it's an interesting study. It's something that needs to be looked at. CBD can reduce anxiety severity, not may, can, and has an adequate safety profile in young people with treatment-resistant disorders. Treatment-resistant anxiety disorders. It's safe enough for them, and it can reduce anxiety severity. I'm just reading titles. I'm not telling you truth. I'm just telling you what the titles say. CBD could be an interesting approach to reduce the anxiogenic, that's anxiety symptoms, effects of stress, and promote the extinction of fear memories. They're finding that people remember their fear memories less, or mice in this case probably. This is again rats, this is rats. Rats forget their fear memories. I feel like this is probably enough for one video, and I have 15 more studies. What do you say? Do I stop here? I don't know. I'm still learning this. Like what? Because I think this is so cool. But what do other people think? I don't know. How about I do this as an anxiety part 1? I'll make the anxiety part 2 next. And if people want to watch it, they can. All right. Have a great day.